Um, it's a good question. How would I introduce myself? I'm from the United States.
Mm-hmm.
Grew up in a Chinese family.
Okay.
Um, Parents were immigrants from Taiwan. So in a culture that was new to them, and a lot of cultural conflict. So I was a lot of family issues, misunderstanding, cultural misunderstandings. So wasn't necessarily a product of my environment in the sense that I wasn't born into like a bad family. We were well off, but just problems within the family. Yeah, respect in with the wrong people,
Mm, thank you.
which eventually led to over a decade in prison in California. Yeah,
Mm, thank you.
yeah,
And of course, from Cambodia, half Chinese as well, just like Bong Joseph. You
so
can see
cool.
my face, of course.
Yes, I
And
know you got
yes,
some glass.
yeah, and of course, as a school principal, yes, such a great honor to be here, plus to speak about a very sensitive topic.
Mm-hmm.
And this topic is not only about other gangsters, but myself coming from this background
Mm-hmm.
as a gangster before messing up and getting messed up a lot in the society, plus my own life and making a lot of bad decisions in life, dropping
Mm-hmm.
school for a long while and going back after knowing Jesus.
Yes.
And the context of knowing Jesus in Cambodia is probably, for Bong Joseph was born probably in a context of Christianity. Like a lot of people wouldn't
Yeah.
feel weird. A lot of people wouldn't look at you as a weirdo, like Jesus freak whatsoever, because
Mm-hmm.
that we have to deal with
Mm.
the issues of gangsters. And I share
Yes.
with you as well that this kind of like issue or this case of gangsters can be really contagious
Mm.
if we are not handling it properly with the world current technology as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to make it any. It's not going to make it any better, but
Mm.
should be worse, which I believe.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is 10 years back, 15 years back, 20 years back, there were still gangsters.
Mm-hmm.
But probably back then, comparing to the situation right now with the world better technology,
Mm.
it brings them more tools to be even worse, actually.
Yeah,
Mm.
So I'm glad I'm like on this podcast with both of you being able to share some interest about this issue in Cambodia.
Mm.
yeah, likewise.
Yeah, that's great, man. That's great. But Joseph, I'm not sure, but want this podcast to be part of the sharing the story teachers. You know, you are the school principal, and I am the director of an NGO, and we see what they are doing. Is we understand that it's open. Come on, Joseph, do it. You know what I mean by that. And then Bo is on the position of the school.
To be brave enough to tell everyone that you're a Christian in Cambodia takes a lot of courage. And but still, I'm proud to tell people that I'm a Christian. And
Yeah, I'm Vartana, and so we're making this podcast, to discuss what we went through and how we all can contribute to, um, tackling the issues of gangsters, or in our country. And I myself, back in the 1990s, that was my life was really a mess with no purpose, involved with the gangsters and violence, and I had seen blood. I had seen some fighting and pain and hurt and anger and arguments and all of that. It was enough for me, and until the time when I was introduced to a Christian church where I could receive free English program at New Life Foundation. It's an NGO that serves so many lives. So that's how I met caring and loving people and introduced me to this special love. And I would say this is uh, the people we hang out with, the purpose that we may not have or we lacked, and the pain or the past that we had. That's so much that contribute to the behaviors of some people, and wrong group, wrong people, wrong time, we can cause problem in our society. And Bo is here, and Joseph's here. We all gone through, something we regret, but now we know that we have hope. Everything coming, to something that we can speak to whoever listening right now. That it's never too late as long as we can still breathe, as long as we can still have a second chance, second right opportunity to change the course of life and move on. Um, we don't think that there's a way out, but
That's right.
us we meet the right people who say, hey, I've seen your life and I know where we are heading is not, it's not good, it can harm you.
My very strong encouragement for young people these days regarding the matter of gangsters or hanging around with wrong gangs, and of course, time. You still have a lot of time. It's not too late yet. But by saying this, you are actually wasting your time as well. Here, you don't think through carefully.
Right.
Meaning, you're older, or you may end up in a place where you really hate and you really regret. Which I, of course, did a couple of times in my younger age as well. So, so as a school principal, I would say, yeah, think through and think of yourself, think of your family, especially your beloved people, and of course the country. But I know these people, they might not even think and even care. So I would say, if you don't want to end up in a really, really, really bad situation, and of course there are still many people out there who love you, who care about you, because you might not feel love, you may not feel you are being cared. That's why, in a sense, that you are now messing up because you just think your life is pointless and hopeless, or there's no purpose. But actually, no. There are people out there who love you, who care about you, and believe it. Your life can be very, very helpful and can be very, very productive if you think through, and or if you turn it the other way around. So you can actually do so many good things in your life instead of what you're doing right now. That you think, yeah, because sometimes gangsters, they just think, what is tomorrow to me? So I don't care about tomorrow. So I just enjoy today. That's it. But actually, no. Tomorrow can mean a lot, and they can actually bring such a great impact
Yes.
to many others. Okay, that's
Yes.
what I.
Pretty much what you guys have been saying, very similar. Just there's hope. Hope is powerful, I believe. And like you guys said, I'm trying to think of different, just different levels of people who are stuck in different situations too.
Yeah.
Some people who are just confused. I think I was just more confused as a youngster, for respecting the wrong places and whatnot. Some people are just so far gone, just mentally that, you know, uh, yeah, it's hard, it's difficult. I think just like Paul said, man, that there is hope. You can be different.
Yes.
There is, God loves you,
Yes.
with all, you are valuable. Your life, like you were saying about Tanaka, our life is just worth something.
Yes,
It's
that's right, man. We start to see the purpose. Joseph, did you tell us that you accepted the Lord when you were in prison?
yeah. So I came back to Christ in prison, but that's what really humbled me, brought me to my knees.
Yeah.
Yeah.